Alright, boys and girls, Jody Slay here, bringing you a Call of Duty Black Ops, and this is the 1 through 20 tutorial you've all asked for. Like every other map, man, I always start off buying Quick Revive. It's personal preference. If you don't want to buy it, you know, it's your game. Do what you want. I always buy it just to get it over with. I apologize if you can hear the fans in the background. It's really hot here today. It was like 85 degrees or something like that, and I refused to turn my AC on this early, so I just got some fans running. So if you can hear that, I'm sorry. And I tried to do some color corrections because this map is so dark once you get downstairs. So it seems really bright right now, but I hope it turns out okay once I get to the second floor. Pretty much, once I get enough points, I go out here, buy the MPL off the wall. Like I've said in all my other 1 through 20 tutorials, the M14 and the Olympia just do not cut it for me. So I always buy the first available gun, you know, whether it be the MP5, MPL, PM63, whichever, you know, depending on what map you are, whatever you get to. But like I've said in my other tutorials, these first rounds you want to try to get as many points as you want. I go for headshots. I mean, if you want to knife everybody and stuff like that, do your thing, man. If you feel comfortable knifing to get the points racked up, knife. If you don't feel comfortable, get the headshots like I'm showing you here. I slowed down for you for round 4 to show you what I do once I open that door of the MPL. I generally do not stick around in this room too much. I usually go hang out by the elevator. I open that up as soon as possible. I take that back. I open the elevator up when I'm going to be hanging out in this hallway, for the fact that if I do start to get overwhelmed, I could fall back and call in that elevator for an easy 250 points and just get out of there. But for the most part on these earlier rounds, it's not too hard holding this hallway down. You do want to watch these two windows back here behind you. You know, if you got a good set of Turtle Beaches or you're paying attention, you could usually hear them breaking in. So try to keep them boarded up as much as possible. But right here is the place I like. I hang out here till about round 10 to 12, depending on how good I feel at the moment. Like if I'm, starting to get overwhelmed a lot, I'll go down to the second floor. But for the most part, I hang out here a lot. And if I start getting overwhelmed, use that elevator and then come right back up. But like I said, you're using this time to get the most points possible, either by headshots, knifing, whatever you want to do. It's your call. Whatever you guys feel comfortable doing. And it seems like in each one of my tutorials, there's always somebody that tells me if I shoot them like 10 times or 6, 7 times with the pistol and then knife them, I'll get a lot more points. A lot of us guys that have played zombies for a while, we know that and we realize that. But these tutorials are meant for the beginning stages, and those people new to zombies are the people that actually do struggle with zombies. I'm hoping, hopefully through these tutorials, they'll be the next guys that'll be making tutorials, and teach you guys how, what they do and stuff like that. But this is for, the beginning guys and stuff like that. So, if you're, a beast of zombies like most of us are, some of us are, a lot of this stuff is just, common sense to us, just second nature. We just do it by, I keep saying, and I'm trying to get out of the habit of that. But for us, it's just things we do. But here I show you guys how to get to the power. For those that have not really played 5 many times, you take this elevator down here to the second floor, and once you get down there, you clear these debris, then head over to that second elevator, and you'll have to clear another set of debris. Usually I try to make sure I get about 3 grand, 3 to 4,000 points before I head down into the basement here. Make sure that you've only got 1 zombie left. You can get caught up very easily in the bottom floor here if you're not careful. And there's the power switch there. I speed it up again because I just run around. I'm hoping these teleporters will teleport me back to that second floor, but I wasn't lucky, so I ended up having to take the elevator. But, once I get that done and get the power on, I head straight to Jug usually. And everybody knows Jug is the key perk in this game. And, it's a lifesaver more not. I show you guys there that it's 1250 for that barrier there, and then running there it's 1250. So I'm looking for 2,500 to get both those barriers open, and because that's where I run my trains at on the second floor. And I speed it back up to get headshots again. 5 is probably the hardest out of all the zombie maps. Call of the Dead comes in a close second because of close quarters. It is a huge map, but it's still Call of the Dead is still a tricky map. There's no traps. There's really no power weapon. You got the scavenger, but it loses its power at about round 35. And a lot of you might say round 35, damn dude, that's pretty good. It is pretty good, but I'm looking to go. I was hoping to get around 100 on it, but it's really looking dim at the moment. But you know, anything's possible. I just got to get a better feel for the map, and once you know, it's going to take practice. I may be able to get 100. I don't think I will be able to, but I'm going to try. The highest right now is 39, I think, and I actually thought I was going to get to 50 on that run, and ended up just screwing myself on that. But as you can see here, I'm up here on this first floor again in this hallway. And anytime you get an insta-kill in these earlier rounds, you want to knife as much as possible. You see there I do a quick shot because there's just so many of them in a line. I just wanted to get, you know, the big group of them out of the way. But knife as much as possible, man. Knifing gets you 130 points. And, you know, it's definitely an easy way to rack up points. And like I said, most of this is common sense zombie veterans, but this is for those guys. Here I'll show you guys how to activate this trap too. You see I showed that and it says access denied. What you want to do to get that trap ready, you take the elevator down to the second floor and you run over here behind this little computer thing here, and in the corner you'll see a little piece. You just pick that up and then take the elevator back to that first floor and then stick it in that trap. I really don't know a very good method of running this trap. I just did it to show you guys. If anybody knows how to run this trap, or you know, work this trap to their advantage, please post a video because I'd like to know. There I'm just showing you it's worth 1,000 points. But I cannot. I even went down. I went down on round 39 of this after I got to round 20 on this because I went up and tried to figure out a way to use the traps, but you know, I wasn't successful and I died. But here's the Pentagon Thief. The first time you will see the Pentagon Thief in this tutorial. I always start out in this elevator. He comes about every 5 rounds, so each round I kind of start out there, and you want to shoot him as much as you can with that first weapon. Generally, he takes that first weapon regardless. Once you get down here in the basement, you just follow him around the corner here, shoot him the best you can, and then I like to run over here by the power room. I do have a video that is just a Pentagon Thief tutorial. Shows you a couple different ways to kill him. If you guys want to check that out, I'll put a link to that in the description. He's really not too hard to kill, but he is intimidating to a lot of people. But just listen for him. You'll always hear him, and you'll see that little red mist behind him. And pretty much you just shoot the shit out of him the most you can down there. I had the MP5 and the MPL, so I really didn't have very good guns. Later on, you'll see once you get the better guns, it's a little bit easier. But you know, I just do that in there to kind of help you guys out on those earlier rounds before you got the ray gun and such. But I speed it back up again. It's just me up here in the top floor. Like I said, I usually do this around 10 or 12. I think I speed it up again around 12 just to show you guys how hard and how fast they end up coming in this hallway. You could honestly, you could run this hallway for a while. You're just gonna have to use the elevator a lot because, you know, if you start getting overran, just take that to the second floor, and then as soon as you get there, take it back up, and they'll all be down at the bottom or down at the end of the hallway there. Like I was saying, this map is a very hard map. I've heard stories of guys getting to 50 and 60, even 70. I don't know how legit they are. You know, I'd like to think they're, you know, legit, but I don't really know. And there you can see I fall back in the elevator and take that, and that's the fallback I was talking about. And then once I get to the second floor, I just go ahead and call that back up there. But you know, it's a very hard map, and it gets even harder with more than one, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 players. But I don't know. I could see myself getting around 50, but I don't see much beyond that. There's no thunder gun, and in Ascension, that's basically was the weapon that got me to 151 in my run. It's nice to have a gun to fall back on in case of an emergency. And there you see I go into the elevator there again to fall back. But I hurry up and call back in because I wanted to get those times 2 just to build up points. It was kind of weird that it went through the roof like that. I'd never really seen that. I've only played this map, I kid you not, I mean, probably less than 10 times. And I just wanted to show you guys a tutorial. And I could revise this tutorial a little bit later maybe. Once I get to know this map a little better. But for now, I think it's a decent strategy. It shows you a decent little, you know, I think it'll get you guys around 20. But you know, if you guys got any better ideas, or you guys just let me know. I can go back, and if you want to see like different cutouts and you want to see how to do this and do this, I can make a 2 or 3 minute tutorial video. I've been asked to try to show how to run that train through the trap, and I'm going to try to do it, and hopefully I can figure out a way because that'd make this map just that much better. But I'm not sure. This game or this video is a long video. It was like 18 minutes long. I'm sorry if I'm just ranting. For a tutorial, it's pretty much, you guys can see what I'm doing, and it's, pretty much self-explanatory. I've done so many of these 1 through 20 tutorials, and it feels like I'm saying the same thing over and over now. I just kind of run out of things to say, and I don't want to bore you guys, but I also want to get to, say as many points that I can think of. But, if I'm boring, I apologize. I really don't mean to be, but for a tutorial, I'm trying to be, somewhat semi-serious about it just to, help these guys out. Here I show you, I think I do. I don't remember what I do here, but I think I show you guys. This is finally when I go down to the second floor, and this is where I usually run the majority of the trains at, is down here on the second floor. And once you clear those barriers, you can go all the way around the room. Like I showed you earlier, you need 2,500 to clear both those barriers. But I like to run the train and just go through underneath. The hard parts are the 2 points where the barriers were, just because it's like a pinch point. Right here is one of them I'm talking about. And that one's not as bad as the one underneath the stairwell. This one here in the stairwell, it's a little bit tighter, and that window is right there. And it seems like every time I seem to get caught up, it's underneath that stairwell. There is a second route you could take to that stairwell, and that's going over the stairs right there, you can see, or you can go under. So a lot of times if there's zombies underneath it, you can actually go over the stairs, and vice versa. If there's somebody on the stairs, go underneath. Do whatever's best. Just pay attention. Like I've said, don't really worry about what's behind you. They cannot catch you. Worry about what's coming in front of you, and react to whatever situation that may be. If you gotta shoot them real quick, shoot them. If there's an alternative route you can take that route as well. Like I've said in my other videos, you see me just bypass that carpenter there. I do not pick up drops unless I absolutely need it. If I have full ammo or a lot of ammo, I will not pick up a max ammo. I don't really pick up insta-kills unless I just feel like getting over the round easy. I definitely don't pick up nukes unless I need them. And if I have a lot of points, I won't even pick up a ×2. But this early on, you definitely want to pick up as many ×2s as you want. Reason behind this is because I feel that picking up the drops earlier prevents you to get drops later on. And it seems that way to me in all my games. It seems like I get more drops later on if I just leave the drops there and let them disappear early. I could be wrong. It's not set in stone that it is like that, but I personally feel that it works that way. More power to you if you want to pick them up, but I just do not do it. A lot of people ask, Yodi, why'd you pass up the max ammo? And that's the reason why. And since I'm going to be running this train down here, I figured I'd get that MPL, or get rid of that MPL and get the MP5 since it's up there. And right here I know it's the Pentagon Thief, so I'm waiting for the round to start so I can pick up this death machine. Just because it straight rapes the Pentagon Thief. For you guys that wanted to get the achievement for like stopping the Pentagon Thief before he steals your loadout, right there it would have unlocked. If you ever got a chance to take him on with a death machine, you definitely want to take that, because he does not stand a chance. I'll show you later on how to kill him with the ray gun and claymores, and you would have got the achievement there too. The ray gun's pretty good on him, and I'll show you how to set claymores to where it helps you, kill him as well. But I'm already on round 15. You guys see it's going pretty easy using this strategy. It does get tight down there. The hardest parts of the round are actually when the round starts, because they're all spawning in through the windows, and you can get caught up for a while, or pretty easily. Once you get your train going, try not to kill the entire train at one go, just because if you do that, it makes them all respawn again, and it's like the beginning of the round. You'll know once you do it once, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I try not to kill my entire train at once, just because it makes it easier. But here you can see my claymores that I had set. I knew it was going to be the Pentagon Thief there, and I had the ray gun. So you just shoot him as soon as he spawns out of that teleporter, and your claymore should do the work for you. If they don't, you can just run downstairs, and it should not take many more tries. But right there, I would have got the achievement. So if you guys are still trying to get that achievement by chance, there was 2 easy ways. The death machine's a lot more random than the ray gun and the claymores, but definitely claymores and the ray gun is the way to go if you're wanting to get that achievement. But This tutorial is winding down. Round 19, speeding forward now. I do show you round 20 just to show you, the difficulty factor at round 20. About round 30, the guns pretty much become useless, and what I do is I go to the box and I'll get like an HK or a Galil, RPK, something like that, and I'll actually use all the ammo up before I upgrade and pack-a-punch that weapon, and it seems to help out a lot. See, you can see there I'm waving no at the HK because I just got full ammo and stuff like that, so I didn't even grab that just because I don't need it. And like I said earlier, it feels like, to me, it makes me believe that I'll get more drops later on. But as you'll see here, it's the beginning of round 20, and you can kind of see what I mean there. Later on in the rounds, it definitely is a bigger factor because they come a lot faster. But you can see I had to save myself with the ray gun there. I always run around with the ray gun just to clear a path, like I did in Ascension with the Thunder gun. It's just in case of emergency, just to hurry up and clear a path. Definitely don't sprint. Just take your time going around the map. Just pay attention to what's coming ahead of you, and you should be fine. This is the only place I will turn to shoot, and that's where I feel most comfortable. Occasionally, I will turn and shoot right here by the stairwell, but I don't like to. I definitely, am more precautious when I do that. Like I said earlier, that is the main place I get caught up, but it's your decision, guys. This is just the basic of my tutorial. This is what I do to get far, and you guys can revise this to whatever fits your play style. If you want to do the elevators the whole time, more power to you. If you guys, if you even have a different strategy than this, but somehow this tutorial helped you, as long as this tutorial helps one person, I feel like I did my part, and that makes me feel pretty good about myself. But like I said, a lot of us that know zombies and we've played a lot of it, this tutorial, I get a lot of messages. You'd be surprised how many hate messages I literally get, and a lot of people tell me I'm a dumbass, my tutorials are a joke and stuff like that. But whatever, dude. I block when I do get them. I just block them and I don't worry about it anymore. Like I said, this is a tutorial for those beginning guys. It's not for the veterans and zombies because once you've done it 100 times, it's the same over and over. It's just how you react to different situations is how you get far in zombies. It's for you guys that are beginning, that are new to zombies, you may be overwhelming right now, but I promise you it does get easier once you get the patterns of the zombies down, and once you begin to know the map, how they spawn and stuff like that, it makes things a ton easier and stuff like that. But hopefully through my tutorials it helps you guys. Hopefully you'll be the next guys posting around 50 plus videos, like I've said in all my tutorials. I will do the World at War maps if you guys want them. This is the last of the Black Ops zombie maps. I never intended to do a Dead Ops arcade because that's not really anything special. If you guys want to see me play that, I'll do a playthrough of it, and just for fun. But I don't really know what else to say, man. I've already talked for 18 minutes. I was going to do this in 2 parts, but I didn't really want to do Call of the Dead in 2 parts, but I did anyways. Just because it was like 20 minutes long. Actually, it was like 27 minutes long. But you guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. That is my 1 through 20 tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As usual, remember to rate and subscribe. Yodi signing out.